Good morning, or afternoon, I should really say. Pretty good day so far. I woke up to the double news that Radiohead is reissuing Kid A and Amnesiac, and if you know me, that's one of my favorite records of all time, and that one has a huge impact on me. But we'll get to that more later. And then on top of that, Mastodon announced their new record, or at least started teasing it. It's called Hushed and Grim. I have no idea when it's out. They haven't said when that's out yet, but oh, I can't wait. I really loved Emperor of Sand, so I'm really looking forward to that. As far as stuff I've been listening to, I have a few things. Iowa 10th anniversary edition, because they never bothered to fucking reissue it for the 20th. So I've been listening to this, which is, cool. They really, 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 really should reissue it on vinyl. I don't know why they haven't bothered reissuing any of their older stuff on vinyl other than like All Up Is Gone or self-titled. Like, even that All Up Is Gone press sold out pretty fast and was a couple years ago anyways. So I'm just confused as to why they just don't want more money from that, because like they could make so much from selling Volume 3 and All Up Is Gone and Iowa especially on vinyl again. They've always been a weird band about doing vinyl presses where they'll only do like a couple of presses of something and then just stop for like a decade and never touch it, or more, or a decade or more. They never did a repress of Iowa, so I don't know. Maybe something got caught up with the rights issues, or maybe they were affected by that Universal fire. If they're, I don't know. Are they under Universal? I don't know. But anyways, yeah, just missed opportunity there. Not pressing your stuff on vinyl for your thousands of clamoring fans that want it all on vinyl. It's missed opportunity, guys. Like, it's kind of like their set lists. They never mix it up. It's like that. It just feels similarly to that. They're not a band that really does what you would think would make sense. Like, you guys have been around for 30 years. You can mix up your set list more than you guys think. Okay, you have more fans than you think that have followed the band long enough to warrant busting out the deep cuts. I don't know. It's just dumb. And then another thing I've been listening to is My Dear Melancholy. It is the last CD I needed in my weekend stuff. I'm not getting the vinyl unless he reissues it, because just $200 for 20 minutes of music. Ridiculous. As far as vinyl, I finally got the He's Gone Vinyl Watershed double LP a little while back. I don't know if maybe I did post about it, I don't know. But this thing kicks ass. It's a gatefold. It's got all the artwork on the inside. I love the texture of the gatefold. It's like a nice mix between like a matte cardstock and like a thicker cardboard. It's really nice. I love the artwork of this era with the green saturation there in the prints. Travis Smith killed it on this one. I love how this album looks. George on the back cover, or Jorge on the back cover. No misspelling on the back there. Normally the Lotus Eater is misspelled, but amazingly it's not. Which I thought was kind of funny. Yeah, this one was my gateway Opeth record. I was listening to this and having it on CD for so long. I really liked this one, so yeah. Another thing I picked up was Incauda. Not my favorite Opeth record on first impression, but after listening to it on vinyl, I really, really enjoy this one more than I thought I would. Re-listening to it, it just needs to be on a stereo. You can't. It's a terrible headphone listen. Like it hurts my ears whenever I listen to it. It's also a double LP gatefold with the crazy devil tongue artwork on the inside there. Yeah, I really like this record on re-listen with the vinyl. I think the vinyl mastering was just better too overall. Like, it sounds so much better on vinyl. I hate the back cover though; it's hideous. And then one of my things I'm most excited I picked up was something really cool. I managed to finally snag a copy of, God, give me any given day, it's my favorite next to the Fragile. It is Ghosts 1 through 4 on vinyl. Oh my god, I cannot express how happy I am that I have this. This is what really inspired me to check out Nine Inch Nails, and this one is always one I've come back to and never gotten tired of, and just have always really, really, really enjoyed. It's just the perfect moody, ambient listening experience. It's something else. I love it so much, and to have it on vinyl is just amazing. I've got one of the gaps filled in my collection now, and I'm just so happy about that. And of course, I missed out when I was first getting into the band on a lot of the cheaper copies floating around, so this one didn't carve a hole in my wallet, but, you know, still wasn't like, it wasn't like 40 bucks or anything. It wasn't retail price. But it is the 4 LP press. There's LPs 1 and 2. God, this is just... yeah, I love this album so much. I also love the artwork of this album very much. So much so, actually, that I got way back early last year, I picked up the deluxe edition before it started going really up in price. And I'm glad I did, because that thing is not cheap nowadays. LPs 3 and 4. I like the first half of the record more. I like the first 2 volumes of Ghosts more than I like the other 2. But really, the whole collective of this album is so fucking good. It's just like, oh. Man, this one, like, this and Kid A were probably the biggest inspirations for me. Really taking music seriously and giving it a shot. Were this album and Kid A. Like, so it's kind of rad that it's all coming full circle recently. Beautiful gatefold of all the birds. And then some of the credits there. In our liner note credits and the Creative Commons license there on the bottom. Yeah, it's a little beat up, this copy, which is why it was on the cheaper end. So I'm thankful that, which I don't really mind. It's a 15-year-old album. It's gonna be pretty beat up. I expected that going in. So it's really nice to just have this again in the collection. I've got the CD and I've got the deluxe CD book version. Now, seeing what the copies were normally going for this album, where copies are going for like upwards of 200 bucks sealed, I was almost tempted to just save up for the deluxe, the super deluxe edition signed. However, I decided against that just because it just felt unwise to be shilling out that kind of cash. I don't know, that's just me. I love this album, but like, 300 is the max I'd go on that box set. Some people are charging upwards of like $500 or $600 or even a grand for the deluxe, the super deluxe version. So I'm happy to at least have the standard vinyl, because I love this cover art. I love just having the normal vinyl in the collection. Something that doesn't take up a ton of space. Also, the records sound fucking great. Like, I don't think this person played them a whole lot, because this is really, really good condition, this record. So I'm really happy to have this. Yeah, there's some wear on the jacket though, but honestly, I would rather pay a substantially less amount for a kind of beat up copy rather than get a mint one that's possibly so warped that it can't be played. That's just me. That's just me. Because every time I've seen somebody buying a mint copy online, it's unplayable because it's been sealed for almost 15 years. So yeah, that was just like... I don't get leaving them sealed, man. It fucks up the records. I really don't, but yeah. So happy to have this. Actually, let me go get the box set. I've shown it off in the Nine Inch Nails video before, but... I know I've shown this off before in the Nine Inch Nails video, but this is my Ghosts box set. I keep it in the sleeve because it's kind of a dust magnet, this box set. But it's a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. One of my very favorites in my collection. It's a little worn but it's pretty old, so it's just kind of to be expected. Yeah, some of the printing, you can barely make it out there. Some of the printing on there's a little worn out, especially on the books. I mean, the books are a little better because they're in the box, but like the spine on the box, the main box, is a little, you can kind of see it. It's a little hard to read, but it's not a huge deal because I didn't buy it for the books only. I bought it because I love the album and the music. But we got the art book. Gorgeous, gorgeous art book. Yeah. I've been listening to this one so much lately. Like, oh, it's so good. It's just, oh god, this is such a huge inspiration for me, this album. Like, I just love how they did it too. Like, just the constant work for 10 weeks, and whatever came out of it, like, oh, genius. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's not genius. Like, it's not something that's new, but not something that people haven't done before. I just love how they pulled it off, though. I think the execution is what matters most with this project and how it turned out, and that they ended up coming back to the concept of the project with the releases they did last year, which I've actually grown to really like together a lot. Like, that's, like, I recently re-listened to that. I have yet to re-listen to Locusts, but I re-listened to Together and really, really, really liked it. So I'm gonna go back to Locusts. Maybe it'll be bumped up a bit on my tier list. But yeah, we got the main two albums on this side, and then the Blu-ray and the multi-tracks DVD on that one. Yeah, God, fuck, I see this go for way too much money. Like, it was $75 at first, guys. Like, relax. You don't need to be charging $200 for it. Oh, yeah. But, I mean, it's just a testament to, like, the quality of what they put out and how many people really gravitate towards it. I wish they would bring out more of that material live. I was hoping they would do kind of a Ghosts section again, considering they were doing it through, like, all of 2008, when they were doing Lights in the Sky stuff. But I was sad to see that they didn't really bust any of it out on the last run of shows they did way back in 2018. But maybe I'll be proven wrong. I don't know. I hope so. I mean, considering they put out 2 new Ghost records, they might play some of it live whenever they're back to shows. I don't know. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see some of the Ghosts live. I don't care what tracks they do. Okay, I care about, like, maybe 1 or 2 tracks that I really want them to play, but I'm not picky. I love this album. I've studied it so much. It's an intense experience listening wise to just, like, study and just grasp on everything that's going on in a lot of those tracks. It's really, like, oh, yeah. Anyways, enough about me gushing about that album. Yeah. God, I should do a breakdown of that album someday. I really should. I would love to. I'm gonna, probably, maybe, who knows. But anyways, yeah, great day today so far, with the Radiohead announcement of Kid A and Amnesiac's reissue, and then Mastodon finally fucking putting out that record. I thought they weren't going to put it out until they started touring again. I really thought. But they've been doing some shows here and there, so maybe that's what's incentivized them to do the album. Because I know they don't really make much off the album sales, if anything, and they mostly make their money off of touring, so... Like, they've been very, very candid, like, and open about that sort of stuff. So, I get it. I get why they would want to hold back on putting out the album. So, yeah. But, hey, I'm excited. I cannot wait to see how they follow up Emperor's Sand. That was one of my very favorite records of 2017. It was my second experience seeing them, was that tour cycle. Because the only other time I'd seen them before that was Mayhem Festival in 2008, when I was 7 years old. So... so maybe it'll be a different experience. I don't know. I really hope to see them again on this tour. I think it'll be really, really cool to catch them again, because they're one of my favorite bands ever. And it's weird because I've only ever seen them a handful of times, much like Nine Inch Nails, except I've only ever seen Nine Inch Nails once. And I've never seen Radiohead, actually, so just talking about a bunch of my favorite bands that I've barely seen live before. Yeah. But that's enough about me gushing about some crazy shit like a madman. I'm gonna go. You guys have a good day.